ESPN's radio station.
Wayne is his middle name, and revenge in 2025 is his game.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. This is Theoretically Speaking, July 11th on a Feel Good Friday. A Feel Good Friday indeed. C-Cat is out. We'll discuss his whereabouts in just a few. But on the other side of the glass, on the ones and twos, in his stead is the one and only Damian Perez. How we feeling? You feeling good on this Friday, Damian?
Feeling great. Feel Good Friday. Also episode 300, so congratulations for that.
Yes, sir.
But pleasure to be here, Theo.
300 done. And as we've realized, when it comes to Theoretically Speaking and milestone days, they typically come when C-Cat goes out of town. Now, I'm not sure if it's a chicken and the egg thing. I don't know if it's one of those things where we can only reach milestones in his absence, or if it's a situation where he is shy. He's running from the celebration, from the dopamine rush of these huge accomplishments we have, and so he purposefully schedules out his vacation when he knows it's going to be a big day. 300. Which one do you think it is, Damian?
So you think it's like a strategic thing on his end? Like he gets a little bit of nervous.
It's one or the other.
For the celebration, all that good feeling, the congratulations.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I don't feel like C-Cat, he enjoys that.
He doesn't like it. He's the type of guy who literally at the college football playoffs semifinal last year at the Orange Bowl, Capital One Orange Bowl, by the way, great time. Notre Dame versus his alma mater, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And we are covering this game. We do a show before the game. We are feeling the theatrics. He's hopeful that his Nittany Lions can finally cross over into not just a top-tier pretender, but an actual real legitimate college football contender. He thought they could be playing for the national championship. This is one of the biggest moments of his life, watching his Penn State Nittany Lions play for a shot at a title. And as we are standing on the field minutes before the game, everybody's flicking up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting their pregame media flicks to let people know where they were, 10 toes down on the turf. C-Cat didn't even want a picture. I got a picture. Tina got a picture. B. Rowitz, my guy over here, the director of content here, Brian McLovin-Rowitz, he got a picture. C-Cat standing right there, the Penn State team warming up behind him. And I'm like, bro, pose for the pic, bro. You're going to want to have this. He does not like commemorating moments. He does not like enjoying, the present. He kind of runs from that kind of stuff. That's why I think he's avoiding us on episode 300, and also he's in Dallas for like AEW or something. I don't know. I don't know what that
might
is.
be important.
And it's not as important as this.
Absolutely not. Especially not episode 300. I mean, come on.
Episode 300 on a Feel Good Friday. And, one of my favorite rappers of all time is none other than Tupac Shakur. And on a Feel Good Friday, it feels like the perfect time to solicit a quote from him that, and he said so eloquently, revenge is the only thing in the world sweeter than, I forget what he said. I forget how he finished that quote. But he did say, I do know how. I know how. Yeah,
I got you.
I'm messing with you. Damian was about to spit it out. I'm like,
No.
slow your roll.
I wanted to see where you were going with it, actually.
Revenge is the sweetest thing in the world, next to something else. So top two. He's saying that the feeling of revenge on a Feel Good Friday is a top two feeling in the entire world. And Tupac was somewhat of a prophet. Tupac was a very intellectual, very ahead of his time.
Trailblazer.
Young man. Yes. Taken away too soon. And when he says that, it reminds me that on a Feel Good Friday, something that seems negative also honestly could be an extreme positive. And I'm thinking about, well, who is on a tour for revenge right now? We are in the offseason for the NBA, for the NFL. We also, of course, for college football. And right now we're in the midst of the Major League Baseball season, but we're at the All-Star break. Maybe there's somebody who's feeling like they can go on a revenge tour on the back end. Those Dodgers are supposed to be dominant. Not looking like it so far. Maybe it's them. I don't know. But what I do know is right now in all of sports, the one man who feels like is about to go on the most epic revenge tour from all of the angles is none other than the sensitive sniper, Kevin Durant. KD, after he got traded in what was a historical 7-team trade, never been that many teams involved in one single trade in NBA history, that sends him from the Phoenix Suns to the Houston Rockets, is perfectly positioned to close out his career on a revenge tour. And some may say, well, what the hell does he have revenge for? Why would KD, of all people, who just did his podcast with LeBron James, the Mind the Game podcast, that's what you're seeing if you're watching us on at ESPN West Palm on YouTube. Always stream us. Please subscribe and stream us on YouTube at ESPN West Palm. You can see our beautiful faces, and you could be some of the good people that embark on the chat like we're seeing right here from our guy Steve. Steve is actually questioning us right now, Damian, on Revenge Tour. This is Steve. Steve in the YouTube chat right now. Revenge Tour. He won 2 titles on a team that won a title before him and a little after him. How about a I can carry my own team tour? So that's what Steve says. And the reason why this is a revenge tour, Steve, is because he is somebody who feels the pressure, who is listening to the naysayers, who is reading the clippings and the headlines. And just like you said, it's not necessarily a revenge tour. It's a quote unquote, I can carry my own team tour. Wouldn't that qualify as him, as a person to be getting revenge on the naysayers, on the doubters who have watched him try and fail in multiple destinations after the Golden State Warriors at carrying his own team? KD is now suited up for in his illustrious career, which, by the way, is well decorated, and he's going to go down as an all-time player, right? Top 20 all-time, most likely, and you can start to debate whether or not he can move within the top 15 or so. I'm not having those conversations now. We'll wait and see what happens. But here's the thing. 2-time NBA champion, an MVP, 15-time NBA All-Star, a couple of Finals MVPs with the Warriors as well, and he has the 4 Olympic gold medalists. He clearly is the greatest Olympian of all time when it comes to men's basketball. He cemented that legacy in Paris. But the thing that KD still has to prove is his ability to be the driver of the bus for a team and to make a title run. And as he makes this final move, what we would all hope is his final chapter, going to Houston, a place that is not desperate, but has a deep desire for a championship. Haven't won one since Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon in the mid-'90s. And funny enough, just like Kevin Durant gets discredited for his 2 titles that are real, legitimate titles with the Warriors where he was the best player involved, Damian, you know how people treat the back-to-back championships that the Houston Rockets got in the mid-'90s. What's the number one reason people say the Rockets were able to win 2 titles in the mid-'90s in the midst of a run that was historic by another man out east?
Olajuwon.
It's Olajuwon that helped him do it, but everybody dismisses those titles. Being a brother from Houston, Texas, I witnessed this more than anybody. They dismissed those 2 titles because they came in Jordan's absence. The great one himself, the GOAT, was retired for those 2 years, or at least 1.5 of those seasons, and the Rockets took advantage. They can't control whether or not Michael Jordan, and for whatever reasons, Michael Jordan has an absence, but they took advantage in that space. Guess what? The Rockets will be, until the end of time, it will be debated whether or not they would have won those 2 titles in the mid-'90s. To the end of time, for Kevin Durant's legacy, it will be debated whether or not he would be a champion had he not left the team in the Oklahoma City Thunder that was his homegrown unit, that was up 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors in the conference finals, 1 win away from the NBA finals and a legitimate shot at a championship in Oklahoma City. Had he not left that team to go join the team that came back against them from down 3-1 and went on to the 2016 NBA finals in the Golden State Warriors, people are going to question whether or not he ever becomes a champion. Revenge tour for Kevin Durant comes so multifaceted. The revenge tour that KD is about to embark on right now as he wraps up his career, because it is important how you end, almost as important as how you perform during your peak. It is about to be historical, and it is about to happen in the Western Conference of the NBA, where there are so many teams who are walking into this season, and if they don't win a championship this year, they'll say it was a failure, right? Like, I'm going to go through the list of the teams in the West right now that would consider this season a failure if they don't win a championship, and you let me know if I'm off base. I'll start with the obvious one, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are the reigning champions. Would that be a team that would consider anything less than a title a failure?
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. So we know the Thunder are title or bust. How about a team led by Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets who have retooled their roster around their multi-time MVP?
Who has not signed his extension, by the way.
Yeah.
Actually opted out.
Well, he'll sign next year. He just wants the more money.
Right.
But again,
it can be seen as pressure in a sense, too.
From that organization, for sure. They just fired their coach and GM right before the playoffs started this past year. There's a spotlight in Denver. If they don't win a championship, would that be a bad season for them?
Yeah, you absolutely.
They've already done it. That's 2 teams already in the Western Conference. We haven't gotten to the Houston Rockets, who clearly the Houston Rockets would consider this team, as deep as they are, and now led by Kevin Durant and Ime Udoka, head coach of the Rockets, as a year where you have to go out and win the title. So that's 3 teams atop the West. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers have LeBron James and Luka Doncic. I don't even need to ask you, Damian. We know what that is. 4 squads in the West right now. You know only 4 teams can have home court advantage in the first round. And we have 4 teams.
Goes to show how deep that Western Conference is, though.
And I ain't even done. Because out in Minneapolis, Minnesota, there is a madman who we know right now is either working on his game or maybe he's still traveling with some of those ladies that he keeps continuously getting some issues with. But Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves, who continue to try to retool that roster, we know what the standard is now there. We know that back-to-back trips to the Western Conference Finals, the bar has been raised. That is a 5th team in the West that expects to be contending for a championship and would consider it a failure if they are not crowned champions. 5 teams out West, including the Houston Rockets led by Kevin Durant, have championship expectations. That in itself is the reason why.
Is that the end of the list?
I would cut it there.
No Golden State Warriors?
Here's what I'll say about the Warriors and the Clippers, who are both internally, at least in those locker rooms, they are going to say, yes, we want to contend for a title this year. I personally just don't see it as realistic, and I need to wait and see what the Warriors offseason wraps up as. Like, Jimmy Butler's only getting a year older. Draymond Green the same. Steph Curry is ageless at that position in the way he plays, but, like, let's keep it G. A title next year is not the bar for a team that just got bounced as early as the Warriors got bounced.
Right.
Like, you get bounced in the second round. I know Curry had the injury and whatnot, but I can't say definitively as a nation, as a collective, we would tell them that they're title or bust. Internally, yes, because you're running out of Steph Curry years. But externally, I cannot say that this is a team that is certainly has that. But you could throw them in there, and then they'll be 6, and it'll be incredibly ridiculous. But here's the reason why I say Kevin Durant can legitimately line himself up for a title run that will be full of revenge. Think of the people he has to get through to do so, right? KD, Kevin Durant himself, is going to have to go through the Los Angeles Lakers, who LeBron James, him, and let's not forget 2012, him and that Big 3 Miami Heat team, KD has them to blame for the reason why he's not a champion already and he didn't win one with the Thunder. It's not just 2016 when the Warriors got him from down 3-1. If Bron don't take his talents to South Beach, KD wins a title with Harden and Westbrook, right? Like, that has to have happened. So you're going to be able to go through LeBron, who you just joined this podcast and talked about some of those glory days, right? So that's one arc, one angle, if you will. Well, how about the Oklahoma City Thunder, which is the obvious choice here? Because who stands the most to gain from the Thunder not becoming a generational team and not becoming a dynastic force in the NBA today? If you think of any NBA player in the league right now who would be most hopeful that doesn't happen, it's Kevin Durant. He's vengeful. He's sensitive. He's going to read the press clippings. He's going to see how people are already saying Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the greatest Thunder of all time, the greatest Thunder player of all time. If they win another couple of titles, KD's going to be like barely making the top 5 list in the heart of Thunder fans. That's what's on the line on the back end here for KD as well. He has never really made up with that fan base in Oklahoma City. He hasn't. Like, he chose to leave. Harden got traded away, and Russ stayed and had an MVP campaign and run. You can tell by the way that Oklahoma City was rooting on Russell Westbrook in that 7-game series this past year that there's a lot of love between him and that fan base. He is beloved. He likely is the second greatest Thunder of all time in their eyes. KD is falling out of, and again, it's actually he's in an intense, almost rivalrous situation with his former franchise that started his career from the Seattle Supersonics, through now the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have just been crowned champions for the first time since they've moved to Oklahoma City. KD is at odds with that fan base. You don't think that if they go back-to-back, they won't be trash talking and talking down on KD like they've already been doing after the first title? KD don't want to see all of that. He can exact some revenge on Oklahoma City. That's not all. How about the Denver Nuggets? Because I look at Kevin Durant since the 2019 playoff series against the Toronto Raptors in 2019, right? When he goes down and the Raptors inevitably win and the Warriors split after that, and he goes to Brooklyn and whatnot. Since that series, he's played 6 playoff series. Kevin Durant is 2-4. Since that series, since the 2019 NBA Finals, KD is 2-4 in the postseason. He's got a lot to prove this year as the alpha, as the A1 guy. The Nets experiment was a failure. The Suns experiment was a complete and utter failure, so bad that there were rumors last year before the start of the season that they might be trying to trade off even Devin Booker. That's how bad KD and them were. So I go back to this. He's at war with the OKC Thunder fan base. He did nothing for the Brooklyn Nets, and then now the Suns, who trade him off. He's in the middle of, what was it, FanDuel Fest or something like that, Fanatics Fest?
That was exactly it.
And KD learns at Fanatics Fest that he's traded to the Houston Rockets, and in what should be a celebratory moment for him because he won it out and he's going to be joining a great team with a really good coach. Take a listen to this interview following right after he learns the news with Kay Adams when she asks him about his departure from Phoenix, Arizona.
That's not true. No, literally, heartbroken Suns fan, right over there.
I just felt like, they wanted me to go. So it's like, I'm glad we both, they got what they wanted and I got what I wanted. So we can move on, and good luck to them going forward. And I always remember my time there, but we on something else.
Now you're going to go kick Tom Brady's ass at Fanatics game.
Exactly.
That's it. Does that sound like a guy who left Arizona with a happy heart, feeling fulfilled, or does that sound like a guy who also has more vengeance in his soul? Literally, traded.
It almost sounds like baggage at this point.
Yes. That's why I think he's best positioned for the greatest revenge tour in sports this upcoming season, even at his ripe old age. Surrounded by that supporting cast in Houston that I think is undervalued. Amen Thompson, Reed Shepard. We didn't see much of him. Fred VanVleet, Alperen Şengün, Jabari Smith Jr., led by a head coach with NBA Finals experience in Ime Udoka. The Western Conference is thick. It is tough. And I don't think there would be a more valued ring in the past 10 years since LeBron won one in Cleveland. There would not be a more valued ring in the NBA than if KD is able to lead this Rockets team to a championship. It would do so much for his legacy. It would do so much for the revenge tour that he's about to be on. Because it would have mean that he would have had to do it by getting out of the West with Anthony Edwards. That's another potential revenge series for KD because let's not forget, got swept by Ant-Man and he was barking in his mouth.
Who actually has claimed to look up to Kevin Durant on multiple occasions.
He was KD's biggest fan, quote unquote. Swept his ass out the playoffs and barked him down as he was doing it. You get to do it against the Nuggets, who bounced you in the second round a few years ago. You get to do it against potentially the Lakers and LeBron James, who you're going to be compared to. They're going to talk about your career in juxtaposition to LeBron's and potentially Luka's. The other key thing about the Nuggets is when we talk about all-time NBA greats right now, there's a lot of people that will put Nikola Jokic already ahead of KD. I can't go that far yet. He's on that trajectory. You know what can stop that if you're KD? Knocking him down in the Western Conference playoffs before getting to – now, here's the thing. Whoever gets out of the West, we can all agree is going to win the title. Unless it's the Miami Heat that come out of the East. That's the only way I'm going to just change positions on that. The Western Conference champion, they might as well just crown them the NBA Finals champion right after they walk off of that stage. If KD can get through this West with the vengeance that's on his heart, and if you don't believe it, if you don't know how sensitive of a superstar he is, just go check his Twitter profile right now. I bet you he's in the middle of a barking match with some random fan or streamer as we speak. He's constantly trying to defend his position when it comes to an all-time great in the NBA.
I mean, hasn't it been confirmed that he has burner accounts?
He doesn't anymore.
It's a strong accusation.
No. It was confirmed. Kevin Durant, I believe when it was 2015, 2016, around that era, he was outed for having a burner account.
So he
screwed up.
definitely cares what the general public has to say about him.
He's bickering back and forth with random fans and getting into real feuds with them. He joins random podcasts or Twitter spaces defending his legacy, talking about or excusing himself and his former teams for not having success, and also trying to give reason for why he is still one of the greats in the game. Like, dude, I love a lot about Kevin Durant. I do not like how much he validates people's opinions who are so much more beneath him. I can never understand that for the life of me. But a lot of that, Damian, comes back to the fact that he is an unsettled, unsatiated, like unsatisfied basketball player. And he identifies, Kevin Durant don't identify as anything outside of basketball. Basketball is his life. It is his heart. It is his being. This is him.
Right to a core. Think
about other guys, right? Like Steph Curry's got golf. He's got the family thing going. LeBron James has the family thing going. He has schools and all that. Name one thing KD does outside of hoop.
That's a great point. I mean,
nothing. He's a hooper. That's it.
And defend his name. That's probably his second hobby.
He hoops, he tweets, and he forgets to brush his hair. Those are KD's top 3 hobbies.
And he makes wrong decisions because the decision to leave Oklahoma to go to Golden State with all the circumstances around it, I mean, who will say that was the right decision if we're looking at it from a legacy standpoint?
It is. It was a bad decision for his legacy, but it was a great decision when it comes to basketball. The difference is he's not a person who is fully, and this is not a diss, it is an observation. Love some Kevin Durant, love the way he hoops. I actually think he's one of when you talk about just great fits anywhere, KD might be one of the most malleable superstar we've ever had. Stick him on any team, in any position, in any situation, he is a huge addition, and he doesn't overlap with a lot of people's skills. Like, he's a perfect fit anywhere he goes. So it's great that he moved around to a lot of teams. He proved that out. Here's the thing, though, KD. You making those decisions and lacking the amount of success that you've lacked when it comes to winning and competing for championships over the past 5 years have put your own legacy on the line in a way in which he never had to do. I love the fact that he had a great basketball decision in going to the Warriors. That was his best chance to win championships at that time. The fact that he wasn't satisfied with that post-2019 and he went to seek validation elsewhere has led to a long line of poor decision-making. He became desperate. He started attaching himself to people who were unserious about basketball at the time. Kyrie Irving, James Harden, unserious organizations at the time, the Brooklyn Nets in the early 2020s. The Phoenix Suns under a new ownership and Matt Ishbia, who was just spending money willy-nilly but not thinking about the future ramifications of such. That's why he stuck with Brad Beal with a no-trade clause. He's put himself into these bad situations, and I'm not going to excuse him for that just because he's a great basketball player. But he has all of the opportunity in the world this year to go on. He set himself up for this. It will be the greatest redemption tour in sports this season. Don't give me Aaron Rodgers. You could talk about all these other. No, everything else will pale in comparison to KD leading the Rockets to a championship in 2025. It is going to be a great revenge tour. He's got to go out and do it, and I think his cast is perfectly set. It's not just me that thinks the Rockets are ready for a big run. Sportsbooks have them top 4, but then also our Good Karma Brands, other affiliate, our brother from another, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, on his podcast, The Analysis, gave his analysis of what he thinks the Houston Rockets can be, especially tied to what Kevin Durant is. So as we gear up to play that for you, because I love his analysis on this, I leave you with the question, who in sports is best poised for a revenge season? 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Who in sports right now is poised for the best revenge tour, revenge season? And when you look at all the stats, when you look at the path he would have to go on, I don't see it being anybody else out of Kevin Durant. If you think it's somebody else, please let us know. Hit us in the YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm or call in to the show on the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. That's the number to the Baptist Health Hotline. Call in now. We got Evan Cohen coming up soon. We'll get your call before the break. 888-760-3776. Just drop me a name. Who's set up for a perfect revenge tour that would rival what KD can do with the Houston Rockets? 888-760-3776. The Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. We got Evan Cohen from Parts Unknown going to join us on the other side. We're talking best revenge tour setups in sports this year. Kevin Durant is going to have a mean one in front of him. LeBron James might have a mean revenge tour in 2026, as it seems like the Lakers, reporting out of Los Angeles, Ramona Shelburne, saying that on Brian Windhorst's podcast here on ESPN, saying that the Lakers are pretty much through with LeBron following this season. This is the last run in a Lakers uniform, and it's up to him whether or not he wants to continue his NBA career. That is a curious situation, because if the Lakers are letting LeBron walk next offseason, the hell's going to happen with Bronny James? We just saw Bronny and Cooper Flagg battling it out. Maybe that's the future of the NBA. Bronny and Cooper Flagg in the Western Conference playoffs. No more LeBron. Wow. Passing the torch. Evan Cohen joined us on the other side. We're going to ask him who he thinks is best set up for a revenge tour, and we'll take yours as well, Damian. It is a Feel-Good Friday here on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
The pricing you've been waiting for is back at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Get a new 2026 Kia Sportage for $249 a month, a 2025 Kia K4 for $199 a month, or a 2024 Kia Telluride for as low as $38,998. Save up to $11,000 off MSRP on select new Kias and get up to $6,000 over Kelley Blue Book for your trade-in. Job bringing home $350 per week? We want to approve your credit. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or visit Greenway Kia at westpalmbeach.com for the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Make the most of your summer.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
With approval through KFA, stock number SG005991. MSRP $45,235. 24-month leases. K4 $39.99. Sportage $39.99 due. At signing, 10,000 miles each per year. 0 security deposit plus tax tag and $9.99 admin fee. Discount includes all Kia factory rebates to dealer. Negative equity refinanced. Offers don't combine. Expires July 15, 25.
Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium is America's busiest ballpark, with Florida State League baseball games 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday, including the 2-for-1 Tuesday ticket deal, Silver Slugger Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Friday Family 4-Pack, Kids Club Saturdays, and $10 tickets every Sunday. Enjoy all the fun promotions while seeing the future stars of baseball take the field. For tickets, schedules, promotions, and more information, stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
That's right, we are at ESPN West Palm on YouTube. Stream us, please. Check us out. Subscribe while you're at it. Check out some of the fun stuff we drop there. A lot of golden nuggets on that YouTube page. On the other side of the glass with us in replacement of C-Cat as he is on a voyage to watch some wrestling is my guy Damian Perez. And joining us on the Baptist Health Hotline and is, well, this is Feel Good Friday. What the heck? We got Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. And Evan, I hear you're overseas. Where the heck are you?
I was. I got back late last night, and now I am back in New York. But I was away in Europe for the last week. Went to Wimbledon in London, was in Portugal for, 4 days as well. So 5 days, I don't even know. So London and Portugal over the last week plus.
Right. Now, I know obviously the big news of today, we're gonna talk a little bit about LeBron and the new news that's coming out that Ramona Shelburne talked about, how this is pretty much the last lap with the Lakers. That's what expected, and he might be going elsewhere afterwards. But Evan, before we get into that, I'm just curious first on your trip. What part of that was the highlight? Because I've been intrigued by Portugal. I've never been to a Grand Slam tennis tournament, so that had to be great. Like, what stuck out to you outside of spreading the great news of Norman Powell to the good people over the pond?
So, going to Wimbledon was amazing. So I've been to the U.S. Open because it's here where I grew up in New York and where I live now, and obviously South Florida for a long portion in between. So I've been to the U.S. Open, but going to Wimbledon was a whole different experience because, when I would go to the U.S. Open, or even if I were to go this summer, you're just throwing something on and you're going. Like, when you go to Wimbledon, you got to get kind of dressed up a little bit. So, you got the little sport coat going on. And then I was there to watch, and it's ironic because they played today. I know Sinner and Joker. Cynic and Joker, excuse me, what did I say? Sinner? Cynic and Joker. And so I was there watching those two play individually. I got to spend some time in the ESPN suite where it was full-fledged tea time at 3:00 where they had the meal come out at 3:00. It was just wild in that regard. And Portugal, which I had never been to either, is one of the most beautiful countries on planet Earth. I mean, it is really remarkable how unbelievable it is. So we were in the Algarves, which is a beach area, and then Lisbon just for the last day that I was there, which was I think yesterday. It was yesterday actually. Man, oh man.
I'm so happy that you were able to take some time for leisure. You're one of the and I don't say this to butter you up. One of the hardest working, always working dudes in sports. Obviously, Stephen A. Smith has everybody beat out for the top spot. But you're kind of up there, so it's fun to see you take some time off and enjoy yourself. But you couldn't even help yourself because obviously you probably did a lot of work over at Wimbledon, right?
Oh yeah, no, I was working, and then I saw a clip. The clip that you're referring to was from Unsportsmanlike, where they were making fun of me, saying I was probably walking around Europe asking people about Norman Powell. So I'm like, I'm a pretty competitive person, as you know. Yeah. So I'm just like, all right, bet, I got you. So I started walking around in Portugal yesterday in Lisbon asking random people, what do you think about Norman Powell and the Heat?
Did you get any answers?
Well, no, because I was speaking in English. And so, as you would expect, people in Portugal speak Portuguese. Now, a lot of them did speak English, and there's very much a crossover between Portuguese and English, so it was not impossible to communicate. But the people that I was asking just randomly did not speak English. And even if they did speak English, maybe if I said, hey, what do you think about LeBron James? What do you think about Michael Jordan? Maybe they'd have an answer. I mean, Norman Powell, well, you and I could be happy about that. Not exactly a household name.
Yeah, all-star snub though. So it's once you become an all-star snub,
Portugal, the all-star snub really took over Portugal last NBA season.
Portugal sports talk radio. I'm not sure where La Liga and everything is in that time in February, but I at least think it's making the D block at the very least. Norman Powell, all-star snub. Evan Cohen joining us here on Sportsmanlike 6 to 10 a.m. right here on ESPN 106.3. But you know the name and the face. Heck, we're sitting in the Evan Cohen studios back here in West Palm. In the studios in Bristol, though, you talked about how competitive you are. You have a competitive nature. Well, that's potentially because you're a former quarterback. And we know that because your beautiful high school jersey is one of the things mounted in the studios in Bristol for Unsportsmanlike. But here's the thing. You said you had heard something on Unsportsmanlike about the Heat. I'm curious if you've heard this. Damian, play this from Courtney Cronin discussing seeing your jersey and kind of mischaracterizing it.
Knowing the story and hearing Canty talk about Evan throwing 8 interceptions in a game.
County record.
You have the resident Super Bowl champ of ESPN Radio on one side, and you have Evan Cohen's quarterback jersey on the other side. Like, it's such a great juxtaposition of talent in this room.
That's right.
And I'm honored to be in the presence of
That's Courtney Cronin, who first mistaked your jersey for a Johnny Manziel jersey because it does have a stark resemblance to it. But then she qualified your co-host Chris Canty as a Super Bowl champion and you as the guy that threw 8 interceptions. I just want to open the floor to respond to Courtney Cronin here.
I mean, first of all, it's not the first time, obviously, that I've been compared to Manziel. I mean, a lot of people saw me in that 2 maroon jersey back at Scarsdale High School in Westchester County, New York, back in the day. And I'm like, that guy's probably going to be a Heisman winner, maybe at Texas A&M. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go to Wisconsin. So not the first time, Johnny Football, Evco Football. I mean, the same nicknames, right?
Similar.
So, very similar. And then, that's the whole thing. She's right. I mean, we have a quarterback in studio. We have a Super Bowl champ in studio. So I understand. I mean, Smalls is very lucky. She gets to work every single day with 2 high-level, really all-time great football players, and Courtney was just not used to that, obviously, today.
Courtney's not used to that. I'm curious why, though, specifically, when they talked about Canty, Chris Canty, who's our guy, they brought up his greatest achievement ever. I'm sure you had some great achievements outside of an 8-interception game. Like, why didn't you talk about –
I wouldn't be sure about that.
That one's in the record book still. That's the record that still stands.
You want to know something that is maybe the most untold story of my athletic, quote-unquote, career? In 2004, I believe, the Marlins had a fantasy camp, at Roger Dean Stadium. And I was asked to play in the fantasy camp. So basically, it's for those who don't know what a fantasy camp is, and I don't even know how often they still have these for the younger people listening to Theoretically Speaking. So, and you may not even know what it is now that I think about it.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. So basically, adults pay money. I was asked to play. I didn't pay in this case.
Oh, but, okay. Big humble brag.
I didn't mean it like, no.
Big time.
I really didn't mean it like that. That came off wrong.
Come on, Evan, lean in on it, man. You're big dog.
So, no, I can't do that. Oh. So basically, adults pay to go and play for like 3 or 4 days, whatever sport it is. It's usually basketball or baseball, at like a professional team, or a professional holds the fantasy camp. And so like they're practicing, they're trying out, they get drafted into teams, and they have like all these different events and games and scrimmages, whatever, in all these sports. Michael Jordan runs one, I believe, at UNC, and it's like that one's like ridiculously expensive, as it should be, because it's Michael freaking Jordan, right? So anyway, the Marlins held one, and they have all the people that are there at Roger Dean, and they do, in essence, a combine. And they're watching you hit, they're watching you pitch, they're watching you field, they're watching you do everything. And I'm not kidding, Theo. I was the 2nd overall pick in the draft by longtime knuckleball pitcher, first pitcher in Marlins history, Charlie Huff. Okay? Like real major leaguers are there doing this. We get to this Sunday. So that was probably a Thursday. We have practices and drills Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The last day on a Sunday, we have the big game. I am not kidding when I tell you this. I hit 6 batters in one inning, including a girl as a pitcher.
Gee. What were you aiming for? Were you trying? Were you intimidating them?
Glove, obviously. I don't know what I did. I think I just buckled. I was a really good pitcher when there wasn't a batter. And when there was a batter, I got nervous of hitting the batter, so I hit and I pitched in high school. I just totally melted down, and I had six HBPs in one inning.
So you gave up 2 runs off hit by pitches.
Now I don't know if they were in order. I don't think I hit 6 in a row necessarily. But my athletic career is fascinating.
Here's what I will say, Evan, to recuse you of your responsibility of hitting 6 pitchers in one inning. I'm going to go ahead and blame whoever the hell was in charge of the pitching rotation. Because I think after hit by pitch number 3.
That's what Courtney said today. It's the exact same point that Courtney made today on the show about the idea that, why did the coach not take me out of the game when I threw 8 interceptions? I'm not a big blame others in this spot. Like, that's my fault. I got to, do a better job of not throwing interceptions. And I've got to find a way. To not hit 6 batters in one inning.
I am baffled at the incredible, I guess not heights, but floors of your athletic career, because to go from the number 2 overall pick by a major leaguer in a all-star camp or whatever, fantasy camp, to being a disaster on the mound. And also, you're right, 8 interceptions is crazy. I don't know how you had the gall to keep throwing the football. After 6, I would have been tucking and running every time.
Okay, well, I'm going to get deep with you now. The reason that I was able to do that, or not able to, that sounds terrible.
8 is
crazy. The reason
crazy.
I did that is because I am somebody in life that will disagree but not disobey. So if a coach calls a play, I'm going to run that play. I'm not going – I make, during a timeout and say, hey, we got to do this, this, and this. But if the coach calls the play, I'm going to run the play. So I'm not going to disobey the coach in that spot. I'm just not. And all of this makes a lot of sense because my whole life – I very much work black and white in terms of extremes. I'm either all in or all out on something. So if I'm going to throw an interception, I might as well throw 8 of them. And if I'm going to hit a batter, I might as well hit 6 of them.
I really wish that we had, kind of like how people are always clamoring for the 100-point Wilt Chamberlain game. Why don't we have video of this? I genuinely wish for both your 6 hit by pitcher performance in the fantasy camp at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium in 2004. And whatever the hell that year was, 1964, when you threw 8 interceptions in high school, I seriously wish we had video footage of this because I just want to see the decision-making process by the coach when he continued to dial up passing plays as you were literally throwing the game away. And I want to see what the hell the manager was doing. Maybe he was macking on some shawty in the stands while you were hitting people with the ball because that is crazy to me.
Yeah. So there's no chance there's video of the Marlins one because it was a fantasy camp.
Right.
There is way more likely than not a chance that somewhere the tape of that game exists.
I can only imagine the sportscast that night. I do Friday Night Football action. I still do here at ESPN West Palm. I've done it for about 10 years, and you have as well, Evan. And what the heck would you say covering a highlight?
Well, you have to understand that high school football, where I grew up in Westchester County, New York, is not as big as high school football in South Florida. High school football in South Florida, when I started covering high school football in South Florida in 2003, I was like, okay, this is not something I've ever experienced in my life. And I went to school in Wisconsin where football is huge, as you know. But I would go to dinner after games with the Palm Beach Gardens coaches back in the day, and I'm like, well, what is this? It's like a coaches show? How is this happening? So the level of high school football and the level of coverage at ESPN West Palm has given Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast high school football for the last 20-plus years is much different than what I experienced. That said, there is a newspaper article that I still have to this day about that game where I threw 8 interceptions.
Oh my gosh! So you have this in your possession,
and there's a chance my dad has the video that he would have taken on a camcorder in the crowd watching the game.
I'm just absolutely fascinated. But here's my last question on this, and I promise we'll move on to some LeBron. I'm curious on your.
You don't have to move on.
No.
I'm fine talking about it. It's only the worst non-life or death moment of my life.
Okay. when you threw the eighth interception, when you threw the eighth interception, were you certain that it was your last one, or were you like, okay, well, I guess this is like, did you think there was going to be a ninth?
Yeah, that one I don't remember. That part of it I don't remember. I remember it was my first ever start.
Blacked out?
Well, here's the interesting thing. You know what's amazing? That was my first ever start as a junior on varsity as quarterback. I replaced somebody else, though, a senior that was starting. My first start. I was 13 of 39, 121 yards, 8 interceptions, and a touchdown. So I almost had as many completions to the other team as I did to our team. So interestingly enough, our season ends. We don't win a game, of course. And as soon as the season ended, the team, seniors, everybody, voted for next year's captain. And they voted me as captain.
What?
Now, one would think the quarterback who threw 8 interceptions would not get voted in as captain. Now, the next year, we only won 1 game. Problem was I was injured during that game, and I didn't play in that game.
Oh my God.
And that night, Theo, we have team dinners after every game, and they were predetermined. So before the season, like the seniors, like the more veteran seniors, let's say there were 10 of us, whatever it is, we would each rotate where the team dinner would be at one of our homes after the game, where the entire team would come over to the house. Predetermined before the season, the team dinner after the lone win of my 2 years on varsity was at my house, and I didn't play in that game.
God. That is humiliating.
It was I wish, again, not to get too deep, I wish this was in 1997, 98. I wish I was over it.
Yeah.
I'm not. And I'm telling you, I don't think I will ever get over it. It is the most impactful non-health, life, death, family thing that has happened to me in my entire life.
Do you think that
being that bad at football for that long, not winning, it kills me, and I'm not actually kidding about this.
I think, and not to play therapist here, I think that's probably why you work so incredibly hard and take 0 days off at Sports Talk Radio. Because you're like, I'm never going to have that kind of performance again. Only you did in 2004 at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium.
Right, but maybe. But and here's the thing. When I did it in 2004, there was a show to go into on Monday to talk about it, right?
So this is like on the weekend.
Being bad at that was good for what you and I do for a living. In high school, that there's nothing good about that. And I played 2 years of basketball, 2 years of baseball, and 4 years of football in high school. So it's not. I mean, I'm not telling you I'm good at sports. Obviously, if people can hear what I'm saying right now. But I'm also not going to tell you, like, I'm embarrassingly bad where I can't hang enough to make a team. Like, I made 3 teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I made a team. But, that is – it is legit, no joke. If we were sitting down, you and I, having an absurdly expensive lunch and having, like, a real deal, non-on-air conversation, I would tell you the exact same thing. It haunts me to this day. It's one of the reasons the jersey is up in the studio, because I need to think about that and I need to remember that. And yes, I don't ever want to have that level of failure again in my life. And I don't ever want to, because I look back at that and I'm not suggesting in any way, shape, or form I could have been good, but I know I could have been better than that if I had the mindset and the effort that I have now that I clearly didn't have then.
It was necessary. I don't know if 8 interceptions were necessary, but 7.
I'll give you one other quick story that I've told people this story. And they've said, there's nothing in life that defines you more than this story. I'm like, okay. After my junior year, my coach got fired, which I guess based on some of the things I've told you, maybe it makes sense.
He should have got fired mid-season. I've never seen too many of those in high school, but I would have stepped in and fired him myself from the stands.
By the way, you just came up with an interesting thing. I bet you we start to see that.
Ooh. With the amount of money that's going into high school athletics these days?
I'm just saying, we see so many coaching changes all the time. I feel like, sadly, that may be the next thing we see in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. When we have transfer money, sponsorships, all that, coaching changes after the year. I wonder if there's like in-season changes for the interim coach bump.
Well,
but anyway,
last year we had an in-season transfer, by the way, a player who played wide receiver for 2 different teams in one season. But yes, continue with your story because we're getting closer and closer to what you just alluded to.
Yeah, that's an interesting one we can bring up at some point,
Yes.
I'm sure, during the football season.
Yes.
So my coach gets fired after the season. They didn't name a coach for a while. So who took over the program as a 17-year-old? Me.
What do you mean?
I ran the entire off-season program, the weight program. I parked in the coach's parking spot, and I met with the AD every single week to run the football program until they actually hired a coach.
What the heck is going on at this high school? First of all, natural born leader, I guess, but who allowed that? After the 8-interception game, they were like, yeah, we want this guy to guide us into the next season.
Well, I mean, somebody had to. We were better the year after. We won a game. I just didn't play in it.
Right. You were in your more natural position of leading and not necessarily throwing the football. This was an excellently intriguing conversation from Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
No, I loved it. I'm going to be listening to this back. I'm going to be, grab some popcorn. Evan, glad you're back from the trip. Looking forward to seeing you back on the Unsportsmanlike desk starting Monday, right?
Yeah, Unsportsmanlike on Monday, Unsportsmanlike at First Take on Tuesday, and then regular Unsportsmanlike.
Oh, it's lit. A lot of Evan Cohen takes that he's been boiling over the past week in Europe that he's going to get off. So make sure y'all tap in on that, and then we'll see you again on Wednesday. Appreciate you spending some time.
Thank you, Theo.
That is Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m., just being very open and vulnerable about his athletic failures that have made him the man he is today. Gotta love that. You know what makes me the man that I am today, honestly? And that is a happy man, an optimistic man, a guy with, that can grin from cheek to cheek. Do people say grin from cheek to cheek or just smile from cheek to cheek?
I think both work.
All right, cool. Well, I'm doing both.
It's your world, Theo.
That's right. And in my world, I have EDS air conditioning and plumbing, right? That's what feeds my home. That is what fills up my crib, especially in the South Florida heat, to make sure I'm not just battling that sweltering heat on my own. I couldn't do it by myself. That's why I have EDS air conditioning and plumbing. So ask yourself this question. Is there a room in your home that is hotter than others? Huh? Is your air or water flowing perfectly in your home? Because if the answer to those questions is no, come on. EDS is yes. EDSisyes.com. That's the website to go to. Right now, EDS is now offering 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. EDSisyes.com. Take advantage of the offer. You can also become a Gold Plan member like myself. What does that mean, Theo? I'm so glad you asked. With the Gold Plan with EDS, you get 2 visits per year on the house. These visits are for repairs or preventative care. They're going to make sure your AC is running at peak performance. EDS is yes. They are your trusted AC and plumbing expert, making sure your air and water are flowing perfectly and properly in your crib. EDSisyes.com. That's where you can go or call today. EDS is yes. We have the question in the YouTube chat. Devontae in the YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm. He's curious. CCAT, did you get shorter?
Did I get shorter?
Yeah, you get. Why are you all the way down there? Get in the bigger chair, Damian. Damian Perez is filling in for CCAT, and you're right. We can only see your head. It's like you're at the kids' table at Thanksgiving.
Let me push the chair up.
Get up there, man. The good people want to see you. As you adjust your chair, we'll get ready for the other side as we're going to have ourselves a nice, fun time talking about something we didn't get to with Evan Cohen, and that was last night's Summer League Showdown. Bronny James, Cooper Flag. Also, what does this mean for Bronny James's dad, who might be at odds with the organization they both play for? That and more on a Feel Good Friday on the other side. That is Damian Perez. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com. pbhnphysiciangroup.com to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Time now for the coolest moment of the week. Presented by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDS is yes.
On a feel-good Friday, of course, we had to bring you the coolest moment of the week, and it comes to you from the Vegas Summer League. It was Lakers v. Mavs. It was Cooper Flagg versus the heir apparent to LeBron James in a Lakers uniform, and it came down to the last shot. Lakers down 2, and here it is, Bronny James with a chance to win.
Bronny off the screen, gets the switch. 5 on the clock, little bag work, pulls the 3. A little bit strong, comes off out of bounds.
Oh, of course, Bronny did not nail said triple, but I love the fact that he went for it. I love the fact that the Lakers put the ball in his hands, gave him the opportunity for the game winner. He hits a step back in the left wing extended about 28, 29 feet with a man in his face, and it wasn't far off, but Summer League is here for these kind of moments. Just for cool things, for exciting things, and that's why it's the EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing coolest moment of the week. I like the fact that they went head-to-head. Cooper Flagg had a poor shooting night, I think 5 for 21, I believe. Bronny James had an excellent night on defense. trying to contain Cooper Flagg at times and also being a high-energy guy and a guard that is trying to stick around. But here's both of their box scores as the Mavericks won. 8 points from Bronny, 10 points from Cooper Flagg. Neither one of them shot it well from the field, and both of them still impacted the game in strong ways, and I do think that is a good sign if you're a fan of either one of those guys. Cooper Flagg is and I've said this before, as great of a prospect as he is, as elite of a prospect as he is, literally his game does not feel like it has any holes to it. At that size, moving the way he does. If you're watching us on the ESPN West Palm YouTube stream, you saw him try a dunk attempt, got denied, but had a huge dunk early in the game. The greatest testament you can give, especially a young star player, the greatest compliment you can give them is that you impacted the game in an extremely positive way despite having a poor shooting night. And Damian, Anthony Edwards is great about doing this. Cooper Flagg clearly is, and he showed it last night as he was being hounded oftentimes on defense, always had a man in his face. There was a game plan to keep him out of the scoring. Like, there are certain guys, LeBron James is always like that, but he always scores as well. He's just so powerful. There are certain guys who are able to impact the game in a net positive way who don't have to necessarily score it at a high rate if the shot is off, and I think both of them can be that. Cooper Flagg on a different level, clearly.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of his situation, too, because coming into this Dallas Mavericks team, it's not the usual situation for a number one pick.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to carry the load of being the every night scorer. He can kind of just piece into this Dallas Mavericks lineup and kind of just help out where he can and then just grow his role from there. I'm excited to see how they do it. They gave him a lot of ball handling responsibility as well, bringing the ball up and down the floor. He played heavy minutes. He definitely looked a little gassed at times. It's being discussed how Cooper Flagg is kind of oddly being the number one overall pick, generational prospect. You don't see them generally be pushed that hard in a summer league game, but I think the Mavericks have a plan to get this dude ready to carry a bulk of the load as Kyrie's not going to be there to start the season, and they also are a team that want to compete in the playoffs. All right? He's in a very atypical spot. This is Caleb Williams-esque from a year ago, where you have a generational prospect going into a place where it is assumed that the team and talent around him can compete early. Usually you go to a bad team. Now, the Bears ended up being bad because they're coaching. This is Len Bias-esque. If you remember that story, who tragically Len Bias passed away before ever getting to play a single second in a Boston Celtics uniform. But if you don't remember that story, Google the name Len Bias. There's a great 30 for 30 on it, clearly. But he was drafted by the 80s Celtics, who still had Larry Bird. And Len Bias was considered, again, a generational prospect. Some people were saying, like, this is the next guy. This is, like, he's going to be the face of the NBA. He's going to be that next one. And he got drafted to the Celtics. That's what Cooper Flagg is, not Celtics level, but that's a similar situation that he's getting himself into. So I'm excited to see how he takes that on. But look at the NBA. The Summer League schedulers, they snapped. That's how you open up a Vegas Summer League, a little 2-for-1 action. Bronny James and Cooper Flagg. That got some attention. That got some eyes. But when I think 2-for-1s, NBA did a good job last night. Duffy Sports Grill does a good job every day. Every single day. All day, every day, Duffy Sports Grill makes it happen with the 2-for-1 drinks. And it's not just that when you go to Duffy's. How about this as we speak about the greatness of Duffy Sports Grill? Just log online right now, Duffy'sMVP.com. While you're there, how about you just go ahead and sign up for that MVP card, become a rewards member today. That's what they call their rewards members at Duffy's, MVPs, because you're special, right? You're valuable. The most valuable, in fact. And you know what's a valuable day to go to Duffy's? Thursdays. That's the Rib Fix Days. After 5 p.m. at a Duffy Sports Grill, you can enjoy a half rack of mouth-watering ribs for just $12.99, and it comes with a side. All right, that's for the dine-in customers only. Of course, when you go to Duffy's, if you want to watch some basketball, some football, some golf, some tennis, if you're like, oh, man, I'm so undecided. And today's day, you always got a multi-screen. You can't just watch one screen. When's the last time you just watched one screen, Damien? Especially with everything on at the same time, I can't remember.
80 or more televisions in every single Duffy Sports Grill. I'm not limiting you to just one screen. How about 80 plus? Duffy'sMVP.com. That's where you can go to learn more, find the nearest Duffy's to you. 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. Do not miss a minute of the action as well. Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. At Duffy's, our game is always on. My game is a little off because we're late getting to the happy hour, but I will not make Tina wait any longer. It is a feel-good Friday. The happy hour is next. That's Damian Perez in for C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. It is Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
The sounds of summer are all around us. Whether it's an epic pool party or that road trip you've always dreamed of. The one sound that's there for every summer moment? The sound of an ice-cold Coca-Cola. This summer, pick up a Coke at your closest retailer and enjoy. Brought to you by Coke Florida, your local Coca-Cola bottler, serving local communities for 10 years.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
When you're in pain and an hour seems like a day seems like a month, there's only one place to go for your treatment. Pain Care Florida. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Time waits for no one, especially when you're in pain. Visit paincareflorida.com. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting, start living today.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It's hard not to feel good when it is a feel-good Friday on Theoretically Speaking, especially as we enter the happy hour with Tina. Come on. As we enter the happy hour with Tina, and again, it's July 11th. The NBA calendar is switched to Summer League mode, which is fun. The NFL calendar is wait and see mode as we wait on the training camp to start. I think rookies will actually report this weekend, it feels incredibly fast. By the way, this weekend here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast, we got players coming back for their football camps, including Justin Simmons, Martin County legend, former Broncos safety, former Atlanta Falcons safety, now a free agent. I'll be speaking with him tomorrow at his camp over at South Fork. A lot of motion still in sports, though it's not a lot of headlines, and, of course, Wimbledon going down. But to start things off, as we always do, Tina, thanks for joining us this happy hour. And can you lead us in with a little cocktail of the day?
Happy Friday, Theo. Damien.
Friday.
Today is National Mojito Day. So I decided to do a strawberry mojito. Nothing crazy, super simple. You got strawberries. You've got rum. You've got simple syrup. You've got some mint leaves. You've got some lime and club soda. Super simple, strawberry mojito.
Mojitos are underrated. They are. I like them. I just can't do a lot of them. So there's a restaurant out here, the House West Palm, this week that is doing, I think, like a deal on mojitos all week.
Okay.
And I was just like, love me the house, love mojitos. I don't know if I could do back-to-back mojitos, though. It's a one-off for me with mojitos.
When I was going through my phase of where I think I'm allergic to some alcohol, and like just certain alcohol, I could have one drink and get sick from it. Mojito, I was in the mix, and I don't know if mojitos actually like were an issue for me, but every time I had them, they were so good.
They are good.
Like, I really like them. But while I was figuring out all of this, they would, I think, make me sick.
Right.
So I haven't had one in a really long time because I just get nervous, and I stick to what I know I'm good with. Tequila, red wine, and maybe a little bit of like an IPA, cider, but that's it.
Yeah, you had that IPA in hand when we were at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium.
Yes.
On.
I shocked everyone by having a Kona Big Wave. But I was like, I just want to switch it up today.
Yeah.
We're at a baseball game, Thirsty Thursday.
Oh, no.
I switched it up. I got a beer.
Get the IPAs flowing.
Yeah.
Just a little brew.
Yeah. It was good.
A little brew. Wasn't really drunk. Just had a few brews. Yeah. Okay, so that's the cocktail of the day. It's a mojito, a strawberry mojito.
National Mojito Day.
National Mojito Day. And Tina, you can drink a sugary drink like a mojito that might, be a little unhealthy because, well, I mean, come on, you work out more than LeBron James himself. You know what I'm saying?
I do work out a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And I'm able to at least enjoy some mojitos, some sugary drinks because I go to F45.
Come on.
F45 Palm Beach Gardens, 45-minute workout. I love that I don't have to think about it's 5 a.m. in the morning when I'm getting up to go to my workout.
Early.
I'm still waking up a little bit. I still got a lot of energy, but I don't have to think about it. When I walk in the door at F45 Palm Beach Gardens, I've got a trainer there that's showing me what to do, every exercise. If I need to modify it, I just ask them. There's screens at the gym that show you exactly what to do. If maybe I forget as I'm going through the stations, timer's going off, I don't have to think about anything. I walk in, I get a great sweat, an amazing workout, walk out feeling amazing. And I love being there. I love the energy, love the people. F45 Palm Beach Gardens. First class is free if you want to go try it out. First class is free. You can't beat that. Go to f45training.com to find a location near you.
Question, Tina.
Yes.
Where the hell is C-Cat? It's episode 300.
Really?
Yes.
Hasn't he? He's missed like multiple milestones for this show.
I don't understand. Episode 300, he could have did some baseball puns around this because, there's a 300 club in Major League Baseball. I mean, there's so much with 300 we could have had some fun, but C-Cat wants to go take a hiatus.
Does he do this on purpose?
I think so.
He missed our year anniversary.
Yes.
He's missing episode 300.
Come on.
What's with him?
You know what? I say we start to take some kind of action.
Okay, yeah.
Because if it was C-Cat and I sitting here and you were always missing the milestone episodes.
I would never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
I would be getting texts right now. I would hear it Monday. I would hear it all next week.
Of course.
I would have heard it yesterday.
He would have tried to like FaceTime call you into the show to tease you about purposely missing and avoiding us.
Yes.
That dang C-Cat.
We need to do something.
Damien, we appreciate you filling in for C-Cat. This is not an anti-Damien take. This is just the where the hell is our guy.
No, and I don't miss the anniversaries. That's for sure.
You don't?
No.
Damien's always here.
He is always here.
This guy's reliable. This guy's available. Your best ability is your availability. And damn it, Damien, you're always there. So we appreciate you. C-Cat, on the other hand, I mean, and we're going to get to him on the Get Around today. Because not only did he miss the episode 300, he also is not here to face the music because he had a crucial failure that he just experienced. So y'all are going to want to stick around for that because I'm still a little ticked off. So I can't even celebrate 300 properly. He's got me a little bit, got me a little bit unraveled. I'm mad now. Can I be mad? I can be mad.
You can be mad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm mad now. Not happy.
I can't wait to get into this topic about him.
I know. We're about to get to that indubitably. How about this? How about we just jump right into it? It's time to take a little trip. It's my favorite thing to do on this show because, well, when you think about it, it is also a journey, an expedition is always fun, but the only thing that can tick it up and make it even more fun is if you have that journey on my favorite vehicle.
The Safebound Get Around is brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, South Florida's most trusted moving company. You're safe with Safebound.
That's right. It is the Safebound Get Around. And you know what? We go to the hottest topics all across the globe when it comes to sports. We love this because it allows us to open your eyes to things you might have missed out on. And speaking of course, we've got to make our first exit.
Next stop,
Jacksonville, Florida.
Well, hold on a second. Is this your first time leading the Safebound Get Around?
It is.
This is fun.
I'm excited.
All right. Okay, where we going? Where are you at?
We're in Jacksonville, Florida. Amit Patel, the former Jacksonville Jaguars employee who stole more than $22 million from the team from 2019 to 2023, was charged with 6 counts of state grand theft by Florida authorities. He's serving a 6.5-year sentence.
Goodness. Here's the first thing I thought about when I saw this dude's sentencing was, number one, maybe that's why the Jaguars have sucked so much in the past 6 years, despite drafting a generational talent in Trevor Lawrence and having a former Super Bowl champion head coach and even a former national championship winning head coach. Like, this dude is funneling the money out. The training facilities probably took a hit. The fan amenities probably took a hit. And now there's a less of an aura, less of a vibe around the stadium. So that's number one. Number two, a 6.5-year sentence. You know what that means, Tina? If he serves that full sentence, after all the work he did for the Jaguars, despite what he got in trouble, the work this dude did, Amit. Imagine not even being there to see the entire rookie contract of Travis Hunter. Imagine not even getting to see potentially the full tenure of Liam Cohen. I mean, a 6.5-year sentence, the average span for a head coach in the NFL has got to be, 2-3 years max? This dude might get out. And we could be the Jaguars might not even be in Jacksonville anymore. It's a long sentence. It's a long sentence just for stealing a little cash. How much money was it again?
More than $22 million.
Does he get to keep the money? Because I
doubt it. I doubt it.
Absolutely not. I mean, would that make it worth it? 6 years, $22 million?
Because the Dolphins are right down the street, and $22 million for 6 years. If you get to keep the money, now I would never want to go to prison. Here's what I know about sentencing, though. Just think about it. If you get to keep the money, if you get a 6.5-year sentence,
good behavior,
I'm out in 3. And I got a previous criminal record. It's white collar crime. Just funneling a little money from good old Stephen Ross here. If the state of Florida could promise me I can keep the money if I can get away with it, I'm just saying, crime is bad. Some crime like that might just be worth it. That's a good investment.
Though, I don't think you can keep it, and on top of that, I think you have to pay a fine. So I don't think that'll make it worth it.
Well, I'm gonna hit up my lawyer, and I'm gonna see what he thinks about it, Damien.
And your accountant.
My accountant, because a 3-year investment, and this is what he made an investment, a 3-year investment of your life, that turns into $22 million. Like, I mean, most people would say that's a net positive. That's like greater than a lot of the rookie contracts in the NBA right now. Just saying. But it is a shame that he's going to miss Travis Hunter's rookie contract. He's not going to know what it was like to be there to witness the two-way generational superstar.
What a shame.
He's going to come back. The Jaguars might have 3 different coaches since the dudes got sentenced. And all he did was took a little. How much money again?
More than $22 million.
Okay. I mean, it's worth it.
Next stop.
We're going to Dallas, Texas.
All right. Howdy.
Show producer and our guy, Christian Cat, has landed and is preparing for the AEW All In Texas event.
Nice.
He raw dogged his 3-hour flight there and attempted to name as many athletes as possible with no internet help.
Yeah.
His goal was 1,200.
Okay. So how did he do?
He got 854.
Oh, man, what the hell is that?
Was this a failure?
C-Cat. Dog. Homie.
That's a lot.
What do you mean that's a lot?
Like
if I tell you I'm going to walk outside right now and I'm going to run 2 miles and only run 1.5, is that success?
No.
It's a lot of steps, but it wasn't what I said I was going to do.
I know, yeah, he said 1,200.
He lost it.
He lost.
So, are you proud of him? I'm absolutely astonished. The dude said he was going to start off and he had a 3-hour flight. He said he was going to start off just naming Yankees. And if nobody's heard of this trend, apparently it's a social media trend where you just try to name as many athletes as possible. You write them down or you type them into your laptop. And he said he's going to start off with just Yankees. I told him that was a bad idea. He thought it was a good idea. And then he admitted afterwards it's what stalled him. So maybe he just needs better coaching. How many names do you think you can get to, Damian? If you tried to name as many athletes as possible, college or pro, any sport, and you from wheels up to wheels down on a flight, how many do you think you can get through 3 hours?
I think the fact that I know soccer so well, it's such an international sport with so many players, I think I can beat out that 1,200 number.
Wow.
And he didn't even get to 1,000. He only hit 854. He wanted 1,200. He hit 854, and he said he just ran out of gas. Can I reveal some of the names he got to on the back end? Because I had actually, embarrassingly, because he screenshotted some of the names he got. I have no clue who any of these people are. And just y'all tell me if y'all heard of these names. First of all, the first one is Saraya, Saraya. Saraya. No? No? He might have made that one up. Megan Bain, Bayne.
What sport do they play?
He doesn't put it. It's just names.
These are definitely made up names.
That's what I'm saying. Johnny TV. Who the hell is Johnny TV?
Are these only athletes he knows?
Penelope Ford. This is what number 845 on his list
is grinding.
Is Thin Great Khali. That sounds like a wrestler. I'll give him that.
Penelope Ford is an American professional wrestler.
Okay, these are all wrestlers. How about Luke Poulter?
Definitely a wrestler.
Okay.
That's definitely a wrestler.
Okay, so these are real people. Mr. Kennedy is his last one. He's talking about John F. Kennedy?
Oh, Luke Poulter is Ian Poulter's son. Golf.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Mr. Kennedy. Who the hell is that? Is he talking about John F. Kennedy? Is he being very, New York Timesy and calling John F. Kennedy?
Wrestler.
Okay. That was his last one. Robin Ventura, Matt Stoney. Okay, Black Widow is 851. I remember her. She's a pool player. She's billiards, right?
What is it?
But look up Black Widow athlete. Just Google that. We gotta fact check this dude because he got to 854. It might be 853. I don't know if we're calling billiards players athletes.
Jeanette Lee is that's what's popping up for Black Widow.
Sure. Yeah, I think
professional
that's her.
pool player.
Yeah, no. So 853. He has 854 listed. He said he got to 854, but I don't think we were counting Black Widow.
Now you made a great point. Are billiards player athlete?
No.
That's a line to draw.
That's a game.
A sport?
That's a game, not a sport. Billiards is not a sport.
I think someone would disagree.
Who? Black Widow?
Yeah.
First of all, what's her real name again?
Jeanette Lee.
Jeanette Lee. All right. Now, if you think billiards is such a sport, first of all, has it ever been in the Olympics?
No.
Billiards?
Not that I can recall. I would look it up, but I don't think so.
Okay. The game of billiards is oftentimes played in pool halls.
Yeah.
And sports bars.
Never has billiards been an Olympic game, so no.
Billiards is not a sport. C-Cat said he named 854 athletes.
On her Wikipedia,
Yeah.
sport.
No. I get to choose. So what about you? Do you think it's a sport, Tina? You know sports.
It's like the hot dog eating contest. That's like a hot one. Like, do people consider that a sport or not?
It's a despicable activity is all it is.
Consider cornhole a sport? Like, they have cornhole tournaments.
It's a game. Now, it's more sportsy than billiards.
I feel like that's harder.
I don't know about that one.
Like, billiards is hard.
Billiards is hard, but the difficulty of something isn't sports. I mean, being an astrophysicist is hard, and it's hard to say apparently too. That don't make it a sport. I'm not trying to denigrate her success and her accomplishments. It is a very tough game, but that's like chess. Chess is not a sport. Chess is a game, an activity. It is very difficult to be good at sports. There's no physical activity. Thank you, King Zulu in the YouTube chat. There are no physical activities in billiards.
Chess is considered a sport.
It's not. It's not. You know what?
Yo, before we move on, we got a caller.
Okay, or keep the Get Around music going. Then who we have?
Cody from Jupiter, who wants to defend your take about billiards being a sport or not.
Cody is in Jupiter. Cody is going to tell us whether or not billiards is a sport. What you got, Cody?
The billiards is 100% a sport. When you see guys play this at the highest level and the technicality it takes and the vision and when to do the right and the wrong thing, it's beautiful and it's difficult. And you can't just pick up a stick and go play with anybody. These guys, they're unbelievable.
Hold on a second, Cody. Stay here, please. Stay here. Because you're just telling me how difficult it is, right? So is building a house a sport? Is let's just say
But billiards is a competition.
It's a stick and balls in competition. How is it not a sport?
It's a stick and balls in competition, sure, but that does not make it a sport. If I stacked sticks and balls faster than somebody next to me, is that a sport or is that an activity?
Is bowling a sport? Is bowling a sport?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Got him.
That was a good one, Cody. You know what?
Just because people that are out of shape can play, it doesn't make it not a sport.
That was good. Hey, Cody, that was a great call. Cody, round of applause for my guy, Cody in Jupiter. That was excellent. He got me stuck.
Yeah.
Look, you know what? And on that note, on the Feel Good Friday, get the hell out of here, Cody. Hang up on him, Damien. Get him out. Thanks for the call, Cody, but don't upstage me like that on my damn show.
Wow.
It's theoretically speaking, not coderetically speaking. Damn, that was a good counter.
That was good.
I don't know bowling.
Bowling's a sport. You can't
Bowling is a
say
sport.
bowling's
Bowling is
not
a sport. But damn, did he get me on that one? Have a great one. Dang, Cody. That was good. I don't even want to do the get around anymore. We're done with the get around. No, don't forget about the next stop. Cody got me. That was good.
Yeah.
Wow. Is bowling a sport? And yes, it is. But billiards, TBD. We got to have this discussion a little later on in the summer when we have another down day. Is billiards a sport? I still hold firm that it is a game. It is an activity. But when he brought up bowling, I had to pause.
Yeah. He got you.
I had to pause. That was good. Do you think did he Google that tape? How did he so quickly come up with that counterpoint of bowling?
I feel like he's had that conversation before.
He must be a pool player. He must be a billiards guy.
Oh, totally.
The difficulty of something doesn't make it a sport, right? I'm not crazy for this, right? Like everybody.
But not everyone can do it. Like not everyone is good at playing pool.
Everybody can't do long
My parents
division.
were like hustlers in pool. Like they were so good. But I'm terrible. We had a pool table growing up, and I played so many times. I'm not good. So not everyone can do it.
Here's another thing I do want to clarify too. And bowling is more physical activity involved in bowling. You are literally thrusting and throwing a ball versus just pushing a ball with a stick. No, not. Look.
But you have to line up the stick with the ball a certain way. A ball has to another ball has to go in the pocket. You got to call the pocket.
It's geometry, all right? Let's say what it is. It's geometry, all right? Here's what I'll say about the conversation around is it or is it not a sport. Oftentimes, like a lot of conversations that we have on social media and everything these days, oftentimes gets disrespectful, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't think that qualifying or classifying something as sport or activity or hobby is me disrespecting those that play them. It still can be one of the most difficult things to do in the world. It's just we're quantifying whether or not it is a sport.
But it is a competition. You're playing against someone.
Competition doesn't even. If I had a math competition, so mathematicians when they do the math competitions, is that a sport? It's difficulty. It's highly difficult. Everybody can't just show up and do it, and it's competition. I'm sure they sweat more doing math against each other than they do playing pool. Just saying. Joe is in Jupiter. Joe joins us here on Theoretically Speaking in the Happy Hour on a Feel Good Friday. Joe, it's a Feel Good Friday. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good about last night's performance by Cougar Flag. First of all, I know you talked about it earlier. Watch out.
I know.
Here we come.
I know.
Watch out.
Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see when they're playing some real hoops.
About it.
Yeah. But
What's
Joe,
that?
I said, yeah, well, let's wait and see. We know that basketball is a real sport. What's your take on billiards? Do you think that's a sport?
Absolutely, it's a sport. I used to run a sports bar that had 40 pool tables, and these people are extremely talented.
That doesn't make it a sport. Joe, pause. Okay, tell me. Yeah, what does it take?
Stretching, and then bowling is absolutely a sport.
I know.
And please don't tell me pickleball is not a sport, because I'm going to really go off if you tell me that's not a sport.
Pickleball is more of a sport than either one of those. All right, so Joe, I'll give you this. Bowling is a sport. Pickleball is clearly a sport. You have to understand my POV at the very least, that billiards is up for conversation. And I'm not going to ridicule you for believing it's a sport, but I'm also going to be a little bit ticked off if y'all are going to act as if I'm out of my mind for thinking it's not. It's an activity. It's a game. It's not a sport.
It is, but like I say, it takes a lot of talent to be very good at what you do. You got to have good eye-hand coordination, and there's a lot going on with your hand, with the stick, like Tina was saying. And and bowling for sure. If I tried to bowl right now, my elbow will probably fall off. That's definitely a sport.
Yeah, bowling is a sport.
Practice.
Bowling is a sport. Thank you, Joe. Joe and Jupiter, I appreciate the call. Good luck with Cooper Flag. Good luck with Cooper Flag. Yeah, that's a good guy.
What about darts? What do you think about darts?
I was hoping nobody brought up darts because that's another tough one.
Yeah.
Because archery is a sport, right? The bow and arrow archery action, that's a sport. Darts. Oh man,
I believe that's an Olympic sport.
I know
that's the
thing. Once it hits the Olympics, it gets you kind of get validated.
I looked up a list of sports.
Check the darts in the Olympics. It is a sport, right? In the Olympics,
maybe
ping pong is a sport. Table tennis, that's a sport. You can sports gamble on that. Let's see the darts Olympics. Nobody checking this. Darts Olympics. Is it in the Olympics?
Looks like it's not.
It's not a sport. Sorry, darts. Very fun activity, great hobby. I would even say a very competitive game. But just like billiards, not a sport. Sorry. Cody and Jupiter.
He got you.
Yeah.
He got you.
This guy.
Yeah.
Cody and Jupiter. That's going to stick with me, Cody. That's going to stick with me like the 6 interceptions from Evan Cohen that he talked about earlier. Had nothing for that. When he brought up bowling, I had nothing.
You're absolutely speechless. I wish you would have been able to see your face.
I know. I was trying to find a way. I don't like lying. You know how some people go 10 toes down on the take and they're just like, I can't lie. He opened me up to a whole new level of consideration there. So damn it, Cody. Cody and Jupiter, he's a good one. He's good people for sure. We are going to go to break here. I do want to get some more on what we were going to touch on, which was some LeBron James, some Bronny James talk there, because interesting things going on in and around the Los Angeles Lakers. We will touch on that. We also are going to continue our conversation about who is set up for the perfect revenge tour, who is best set up for a revenge tour this upcoming season in their respective sport. I told you all Kevin Durant. I have another sneaky name to deliver on the other side. But before I do, a sneaky issue I've been having as of late, a little bit of car problems, a little bit of car issues here. And look, the only reason why I haven't gone to the place that you tell me to go to, Tina, is I'm under warranty with this dealership, and I'm like, y'all gonna fix it.
Okay.
Now they dragging their feet. It's been sketchy customer service so far. I'm gonna find out after I get off this show if they got it handled. If they don't get it right this time, I know where I can go.
You have to go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire because you don't have to worry about any of that. And it's not just a tire place. It's a local, family-run business that's been doing this for over 50 years. They care, Theo. They know what they're doing, Theo, and they'll treat you right. You don't have to worry about what's going on with your vehicle there. When I've needed help, I just had some tire issues recently. They took care of me. Me and Sally Girl are all safe on the road now. No upsell.
Sally Girl's your car.
Sally Girl's my car, yeah. Sally, the Sonata, that's my car.
Do you call it Sally Girl or Sally, the Sonata, or just Sally? Is it
usually just Sally?
Sal for short?
No, Sally.
Okay.
Always Sally. Sally. Never Sal. No upsell at St. Lucie Battery and Tire. No pressure. Just honest work at honest prices. They don't just work on cars. They handle RVs, boats, commercial fleets, you name it. 24/7 roadside emergency service. Whether you need new tires, a battery, or just want to shop, you can trust. Go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Check them out at
name my own. I don't like that you don't let me change the nickname for your car. I want to call it Sal. So, I mean, what are you going to do about it?
I guess you can call her Sal.
That's Sal.
Okay, you can call her Sal.
And Sally Girl's cool too, but I like Sal.
Sally Girl.
Sal is just like cool, shorts, kind of right. Sal, what up, Sal? Sal Palantonio, it's a cool nickname. Sal. Sally
How many
Girl.
nicknames can she have though?
3.
Okay.
What's the maximum number of nicknames for somebody? I mean, Shaquille O'Neal has 20.
I think that depends on like the person. Like I feel like I have a few nicknames.
Right.
So
Depends on the person and the amount of arenas in which you thrive and live in, because you might have a nickname through high school, college. You might have a nickname with your intern buddies from that one random summer.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Well, non-athletes, I think it's like your friends, your family.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Let's not cap nicknames.
Yeah. You can call her Sal.
Sal it is. Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit SignoramawPB.com.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, proud partner of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
What the hell is going on here? Why is CCAT sending in pictures of Matt Stoney? Oh, he's sending in pictures of athletes that were on the list that I did not recognize. I know the great Khali. So
Black Widow, he's
the Black Widow. Why is the Black Widow chowing down on wings? I thought Black Widow was the billiards player. I'm confused. Is she formerly the billiards player and now she chows down on wings?
I don't know.
And why? Or are there two different women named the Black Widow who both don't play sports?
This looks like it's a competitive eater.
Yeah, that's not a sport, and neither is billiards. So, not sure how he's proven a point by sending in those pictures. Also, not sure if he should be messaging us on the 300th episode of Theoretically Speaking when he's absent.
True.
When he's absent. So that's for CCAT. That's for CCAT who sent in pictures in his absence. And you know what? How about this? How about this, y'all? This is for Damian Perez for being in for CCAT. How's that feel?
That was an easy win for me.
Yeah.
I just had to be here.
All you gotta do is show up.
Yep, just show up for the anniversary.
But you're always here when it matters, Damian.
Absolutely.
Always here when it matters. Always. You know who
When
else
it
is
means
always
the most.
You said when it means the most.
When it means the most.
You know who else is always when it matters? There for you? Safebound Moving and Storage.
Oh, always.
Because here's the thing. People don't think about this right now. It always comes up last minute. But when it's time for you to pick up your stuff and move your belongings and your family to another city, think about all the different things you have to stress about, right? Making new friends in a new city. How about this? Maybe only one of you and your spouse got a job and y'all are already job hunting for the other one to see what they're going to be involved in when you go to the new place. You got to figure out where the kids are going to go to school at. You have to also figure out, where's my nearest gym? Where's my nearest grocery store? You know what you shouldn't be trying to figure out? How the hell am I going to get my stuff from point A to point B? See, that's where Safebound Moving and Storage comes in. That's why you leave it to the experts. You mess around and sprain an ankle, you tear a shoulder or something like that, trying to move as an amateur, and you're going to realize why I always tell y'all to go with the pros. Go with the professionals. You are safe with Safebound. They are South Florida's most trusted moving company, right? They moved my sister from, was it like Fort Lauderdale area? Somewhere between here and Miami, out to Georgia. And she's loving it. She's loving being in Georgia now. She misses Florida a little bit, but at least she went with the right moving company to get her there in one piece. They also now have Safebound Luxury. Safebound Luxury is expert team. They can do art handling, special event moving, luxury retail, high-end residential. This isn't just for people trying to move point A to point B, maybe a business. Safebound's luxury services have you covered as well. They got a team of trained experts. It's family-owned. It's based in West Palm Beach, and it serves all of Florida. So whether you're moving into Florida, out of Florida, maybe you're moving in and around Florida, right? West Coast to the East Coast. You know, Jacksonville to Miami, Miami to Tampa, West Palm to the Keys. It's a far drive from West Palm to the Keys.
It is.
Let Safebound Moving and Storage do it. Yeah, it's too much. You won't be tugging a U-Move truck. How about you go with Safebound Moving and Storage? They have 5-star customer service you can rely on. You are safe with Safebound. Speaking of being on the go, moving around, Tina, you have presented me with an excellent dilemma because ever since you've brought it to my attention, I've been back and forth on where I stand about this. I was married. My wedding was last year in February. My wife and I did a mini moon right after the wedding in the DR. It was lovely. Casa de Campo. Excellent experience. I actually ran into Alfonso Soriano, of all people, on our way to a date on Valentine's Day. And it was just a great A1 experience. That was just a mini moon, though. Mm-hmm. We didn't do our honeymoon until a full year afterwards, which was like about a month ago when we went to Paris and then Florence and then Milan. And that was the single greatest trip of my life. It was amazing living it out with the love of my life. We had so much great food, great wine, sightseeing. We hit like 4 different museums. It was just awesome. I can't find the words for it. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was everything we needed a year and some change into our marriage. Honeymoons are special. You know a person who just got married who is on a honeymoon right now, but they're not alone.
They're not alone.
The hell is this?
I noticed this week on Instagram that a girl that I know is on her honeymoon with her sister.
So she married her sister?
And her sister's husband. So it's a double honeymoon. Two people on their honeymoon.
Two couples on one honeymoon.
Two couples are on, yes.
Two couples, one honeymoon.
One honeymoon. Same place, same activities. They're doing everything together.
Now, this trip, I'm guessing these people live in America.
Yes.
This trip is not in America.
Not in America.
Okay. Are you comfortable saying what region it's in? Europe.
Yes.
Okay, it's in Europe. So they took a trip to Europe for a joint honeymoon, two different couples, and the sisters are related.
Yes.
The two women are sisters.
Yes.
How do you know that they're doing the trip together?
So I know they're doing the trip together because I see all their posts on Instagram.
Okay, so you see the couple.
I've been seeing it from when they were at the airport, honeymoon bound, and it's been all this week that they have been on this honeymoon, and all four of them, the two couples, are together doing all the activities. And I more was just like wondering if I'm an only child, so I don't have that like sister bond with someone.
Yeah.
If this was something I'm like, oh, like this is really cool that you get to experience this trip with your sister. And from what I've gotten from social media, the husbands are best friends.
They're cool. They're locked into.
Yes, they're very close.
Okay.
So it's
everybody knows each other.
Everyone knows each other all around. Amazing time, I'm sure, for all of them. But I keep thinking about a honeymoon and how special of a moment that is after you get married, and it's just usually only have one of them. And I would think you would want to do that with just your significant other, your partner. But maybe I'm wrong. Like I have no like I don't like it, I hate it, whatever. Like I don't know.
Would you do it? You don't have any siblings. Would you do it if you married somebody and they had a brother and it's a similar situation, but the guys are related?
I would not do that.
So you do have a feeling on it, Tina.
Like I would not do it, but again, I don't have that.
You don't hate
I
it
just think
for
of it
them.
like we could do like a group trip. Like, hey, let's go to Europe twice then. You know?
What if they don't have Europe twice money? You know?
Well, we don't have to do it right now.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, so I looked up honeymoon. Because sometimes it's nice to just get the definition of the word. Didn't find, actually, you know what? I was lazy. I just clicked the first link and it took me to Wikipedia. Is that cool for a definition?
Cool. Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
A honeymoon is a vacation taken by newlyweds after their wedding to celebrate their marriage. Today, honeymoons are often celebrated in destinations considered exotic or romantic. Nowhere in here does it say it has to be alone.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be alone.
But here's my thing. You better damn well have a outstanding, drama-free relationship with that other couple. Because I'm actually cool with this because I'm thinking about what the honeymoon I just went on. And one of the points my wife and I had about 5 days into our honeymoon, 5 or 6 days, it was when we were in Florence, and there wasn't as much to do in the nightlife scene of things because, of course, we are in a foreign country, and we're experiencing things, having a great time by ourselves. But we did talk about, like, wouldn't this be kind of cool if every now and then we had some friends to do some of this stuff with? Because it was a long trip.
Yeah.
Over a week, nearly 2 weeks. I think if you have a drama-free, good relationship with the people involved, and it's especially one of them is a sibling, that takes a lot of the weirdness that could be associated with this out of it. I do think it is a feasible thing. And if we got married at the same time that either one of my brothers got married or at the same time that her little sister got married and it all lined up, I would be open to it. Here's my one caveat. Both couples should have right to first refusal, as in like if we all want to do one event and somebody's out on it, we should be cool with doing things separately.
Yeah.
The one issue I would have and the one caution flag I would throw up as a person who is married and as a person who's married to somebody who's close to their little sister, if her little sister is hell-bent on doing some things and I have to get pulled into things, not just because my wife wants to do it, but because my new sister-in-law wants to do it on my honeymoon, we got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to have that conversation ahead of time. Like, all right, this is cool. We can do the joint honeymoon. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of fun times together and many of fun times apart. I get to say no to your little sister on this trip.
And these are my feelings now, not having a significant other,
Right.
not having someone that that I'm not close with that I would want to do that. Because again, maybe, my significant other and like we have like a group like best friends.
Yeah.
That again, drama free, and it would be the best trip ever. And we, get married at the same time or around the same time and do that honeymoon. Like then yes, like I might be like totally on board with this. At the moment though, I would be like, no, I would think it would be like just me and my partner.
Which would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But
they look like they're having the best time.
That's the most important.
And they're doing like this amazing trip as I'm following it and living it through Instagram. But I was just kind of wondering that. And I felt like you, again, were a good person to ask because you are so close with your siblings, your wife's family.
Yeah.
And, I feel like you would have a good opinion on it.
Yeah, thank you. And it does work. I think it does work. Yeah. And I do think that my little brother, actually, technically speaking, was on the front end of our honeymoon because it started with a wedding that we all went to, a lot of my family in Paris, and then we broke off. So, and everything was good. He came out with us a couple of nights, actually, in Paris. So
love that.
And he didn't interrupt anything. I said, go your ass home. That was great. So, yeah, I love it. We pass it with flying colors. You can do a joint honeymoon. You know what else passes with flying colors?
Hey,
Culligan Water. Culligan Water. They can do a free water test at your home today, and they can pull up on you, and they can let you know exactly what's in your water, those pharmaceuticals, the nasty pollutants that could be living in your water that are the mystery floaties that you can't even see with your naked eye. They can teach you exactly how they can get it off of, how you can get those out of your water. Most importantly, Culligan, not only do they offer a lot of services and they have reverse osmosis systems and water softeners and all of these great things. You can even buy water from Culligan, some fresh Culligan water. They also give you a free water test. So when they pull up and do that, it's pro bono. They're going to let you know what's in your water and how you can fix it and how it could be poisoning or damaging to you and your family. Try Culligan today right now. Just for $10 a month you can sign up, or you can just get that free water test and see where you stand. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com to schedule your free water test. That's Culligan.com.
Hey, Culligan man.
More theoretically speaking on the other side on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Elevate your game, elevate your experience. Discover the Club at Lost Lake. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today.
Get ready, South Florida. It's the 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at FAU's Flagler Credit Union Stadium. Two of the best group of 5 teams go head-to-head in the ultimate holiday showdown. Over 150 players have gone from this field to the NFL. Who's next? Visit BocaRatonBowl.com for the latest, including when tickets will go on sale. The 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl, Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at Flagler Credit Union Stadium.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
I think I just got Sean Kemped. I think I did. And I like to use Sean Kemp as a verb because he had one of the nastiest, most disrespectful dunks in the history of the National Basketball Association. Sean Kemp notoriously jammed it on some poor dude, threw him to the ground, and then double finger pointed at him, taunting him before he ran back on defense. And I think that's what Cody from Jupiter just did to me. He hopped in the YouTube chat after beating up on me on the air, YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm, and he said he just wanted to give context to him.
Oh, he came back.
Yeah, he's just giving more context. He said, just as a heads up, I have never debated billiards being a sport. The bowling question was what I call quick Cody thinking. Then he says, you guys are great. Makes my ride to work every afternoon. You're on great. So I appreciate the love on the back end there, Cody. I don't appreciate you dunking on me or taunting me after you already dunked on me. Go in love, go in joy, go in peace.
Dinner's ready. All right, is everyone here?